Spirit fam, welcome all of my amazing Geminis. This is going to be your September message. My channel. Welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. If you are back to the channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. I want to remind you, Gemini, that this is going to be a general reading. That means that it is not going to resonate with every single Gemini out in the collective. So I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. So without further ado, Gemini, let's go ahead and dive right into your September message. Okay, Gemini, let's go ahead and shuffle these oracle cards and dive right into your September. Oh, this one feels like it wants to pop out. September message. Okay, we have freedom. Freedom is your first card out. So this is very interesting. This, I will show you a close-up of this card in just a second. Let's go ahead and get out all your cards so that we could dive right into your message here. So we have freedom, we have be magnetized, and we have the fallen star shame. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, right off the bat here, Gemini, we are starting out with freedom. This is a woman that is sort of coming out of a cage, okay? And I love that there are all of these beautiful white lilies around her because lilies really truly represent peace. And I feel that where we are sort of starting out for you here, Gemini, is I feel that you are now coming out of a situation where you sort of felt imprisoned. You sort of felt like you were stuck and you just couldn't get out of whatever situation it was that you were in. I want to point out that whatever situation this was, this created a lot of shame and guilt for you, okay? Because it says right here, I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. So I want to point out here that I personally feel that whatever situation you were in, Gemini, that made you feel a lot of shame, and I personally feel that this was self-inflicted. You felt very shameful for maybe some actions that you might have done, or maybe for a particular situation that had occurred, or maybe your involvement in some sort of an experience. Whatever it is, you are now coming out of that, okay? The heart of your reading here says be magnetized. And what that's saying is that you have to remind yourself, Gemini, that you are a magnet. And whatever it is that you focus upon, that is what you are basically attracting to yourself. Being magnetized is really wanting you to focus on your desires. It's wanting you to focus on the things that you are passionate about and the things that you love. Sort of keep in mind here, Gemini, that whatever experience you are coming out of, and you're wanting to experience something different than that, then you have to sort of give yourself the love and the self-care and the nurturing that you were not giving to yourself when you sort of imprisoned yourself in this field of shame and guilt and, you know, whatever it was. I wanted to say sadness, okay? And it could be for some of you, that's basically what it was, but it's different for everyone. So I just want to point out that you are now coming out of that situation and that experience. So now it's time for you to focus on attracting to you the things that you want, okay? The time of feeling sorry for yourself or being pitiful, feeling shameful or feeling guilty for whatever actions or experiences you were in, that time is over. It's no longer, you no longer need to focus on that. You no longer need to think back on that. that is in the past. You need to let it go, and you need to focus now on what you are wanting for yourself going forward. Now, for some of you, it could be a relationship. For others of you, it could be a job. For others of you, it just could be loving yourself a little bit more. It's different for everyone. So I want you to just sort of, in your mind here, Gemini, you know where you've come from. You know how much guilt or shame that you've been carrying, how restricted you felt. Now I want you to sort of envision yourself experiencing the life of your dreams, having the things that you have always dreamed about, whether that's a partner, whether that's a family, whether that's a new car, a new job, a new home, whatever it is. Start visualizing it every single day. Bring it into your mind. Start doing things that actually provide you joy, that give you a sense of being loved and supported and cared for. Now, these are the things that you are needing to bring about in your life and experience in your life, because those are the things that you are wanting to magnetize to you. That is what being magnetized is. So let's go ahead and dive right into the tarot here, because this is beautiful. I feel this is probably the best reading you've had in the last few months. And I do feel that that's because you were sort of experiencing yourself stuck in a situation that you felt like you couldn't get out of, a situation that made you feel very shameful. You had a lot of guilt. And I want to point out that that time that you were in that cell or that prison, whatever it was that you were in, gave you a lot of time to think and reflect. It gave you a lot of time to really look deep within yourself and ask yourself some pretty deep questions that you were like, you know what? I now understand. I now see the light. I now understand what it is I truly want and what I truly desire. And me being in this situation is not what I want at all. And I think you needed that situation. You needed that experience. And this is why I feel that you're now at the point where you can actually step out of whatever it was that you were in, because now you have the capability to see the bigger picture behind the situation. And you're now able to stand firm in your power and remind yourself, you know what? I can choose better. I can make different choices for myself. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, looking at the tarot here, you have the Hermit card with the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Gemini, this is probably the best set of cards I have had for you in a couple of months, and I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this for you. Understand that the Hermit is all about that self-reflection, that inner introspection that we often go through in our life. And we do that sometimes. Sometimes we have to sort of, isolate ourselves from other individuals because we're really truly needing to understand where we are in this journey we call life. And we're needing to understand the experiences that we've had to sort of separate ourselves from everyone else. And sometimes we need that introspection. I call it soul searching, because it's really about you really searching deep within yourself for what it is you really want, and sort of asking yourself, did this, did I really make the right choice? Did this experience or did this situation really help me see things in a different way or in a different light? Okay. I feel that now with the 7 of Wands, you are so, you're at a point where you are protecting yourself. You're at a point where you're like, you know what? I've just come out of a really bad situation. I don't want to go back. So now I need to be a little bit more vigilant about who is around me, who I'm putting my energy into, and who I'm going to trust. With the 7 of Wands, it's really about standing in your power and recognizing that you can choose to be where you are without feeling guilty or feeling shameful. Understanding that every experience, every situation helps you understand. It helps you sort of see the deeper meaning behind certain things, but it also gives you so much more clarity. And it gives you newer ideas that you're like, oh, okay, well, now I understand why I had to go through this, right? The Five of Cups. So this is important because the Five of Cups really speaks about crying over spilled milk. Now, I believe earlier, Gemini, I said that it is important for you not to focus your energy on the past, right? Let's not revisit how you felt, how shameful you felt, or how much guilt you felt about those experiences and why you sort of felt like you were sort of stuck. The Five of Cups gives you an option here, and it is at the heart of your reading. And the reason it gives you an option is because you get to choose. Are you going to sit around and wallow over those mistakes? Are you going to sit around and cry over those, experiences or actions that you had that you can't change? Or are you going to choose to now focus your energy and your intention on your life the way it is now and focus on expanding or bringing in more love and affection with more pride? Okay. This is why the heart of your reading with Be Magnetized is really about now is the time for you to focus on what you desire, what you really want. What's done is done. You cannot change it. So therefore, you have to leave that behind. You have to walk away from it because it's not going to change anything. You focusing your intention and feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to change the experience. It isn't going to change it in any way. So therefore, you have to sort of pick up the pieces of what's left of where you are right now and keep moving forward. The Ace of Wands here is sort of a new beginning with excitement, anticipation, new passion, right? I feel that, it's going to take time and energy on your part here, Gemini, to really focus on things that you love and things that you're passionate about. But the more that you focus upon it, the more of that you will experience and you will have in your day-to-day life. Eventually, all of that passion, all of that desire, all of that energy that you put into something that you love and you enjoy and it makes you feel happy and blissful and you forget that there were mistakes down the road, that is going to bring you towards this Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. It is a place where you could just be sitting down and you could be reminiscing about where your life journey has taken you up until now. And you're sitting there and you're sort of thinking back on everything that has led up to this point. And you're like, I feel so good. I feel so good. Like, that experience in the past where I felt restricted, I don't feel that anymore because now I feel so satisfied. I feel so loved and so supported. And I know that there is so much more out there for me that I can have and I can enjoy. And that's that sense of fulfillment that this Nine of Cups ultimately brings you towards. So understand, Gemini, what you focus upon, you bring upon. So now is the time for you to really focus on your dreams, on your desires, that which you are ultimately wanting to create and to have right now. Understand that it's not about looking at it in the future. What can you do for yourself today that would make you feel so loved, so happy, and so supported? You want to start there, Gemini, because that is what's going to help you shift your focus and your awareness and consciousness into this great sense of joy and fulfillment. So let's go ahead and get one final card for you here, Gemini, to see what else Spirit has for you. I feel this is probably the best reading you have had in a very long time, Gemini. And I mean that wholeheartedly because I do feel like it's been a hot minute since you've gone through it, Gemini. I'm not going to lie. The readings that I've done for you for the past few months have been so intense. It's been a hot minute. I'm not going to lie. You got two cards. And most of the times I would just choose one, but this fits you perfectly, Gemini. So I'm going to share both of them with you because it's important. The first card that we have here is Searching Within. And I love this because if you really focus on this card, the light, the great source of light is coming from her heart center area, okay? This searching within basically speaks about what I see outside myself is simply a mirror of my inner self. I absolutely love that because this is why you got the Five of Cups at the heart of your reading here. Remember what I said, the Five of Cups is crying over spilled milk. If all you do is focus on the what ifs, on the what could have beens, and you focus on beating yourself up over mistakes that you've made in the past, that is ultimately what you are going to witness and experience in your day-to-day, every single day. You are magnetizing that to you. So now is the time for you to make that change and make that shift. Today, I empower myself to looking past outer conditions and searching within for the source of a difficulty in my life. My inner wisdom will always help me face life's challenges. It provides my best answers and my greatest healing. As I study myself, I am transformed. Gemini, this is absolutely beautiful. Your next card is Overcoming. And this is beautiful because remember, I said the first card right out the gate for you, Gemini, was freedom. And you have overcome some pretty difficult situations and challenges. And now it's time for you to allow yourself to heal and to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Today, in this great school of life, I practice self-discovery by acknowledging that my fears, anger, and ego separate me from my divinity. I allow the light to grow inside me. This light gives me the power to reign over my inner kingdom. Today, I overcome all that separates me from the light that is my truest self. Gemini, these two cards right here, they are absolutely beautiful and amazing for you. I am so glad that you have reached this pinnacle of self-discovery, Gemini, because now you will get to experience so much joy, so much bliss. Remember, it's all about your point of attraction. So Gemini, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.